Hey everyone, welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. We are on scenario 3.5 here at the Precinct of Left Eyes with the character Alahazra. So at this location, effect is going to be irrelevant for this solitary campaign since pretty much there's only one location. Alright, we will continue. Advancing the Blessings deck. First thing we get is a Potion of Energy Resistance. Intelligence Craft check. Let me move that over a little bit. Okay, just rolling a d8 for Alahazra's intelligence. And we get a 3. Okay, we do not get this boon. Moving right along. Advancing the Blessings deck, exploring. Okay, Blessing of the Ancients. There's a Charisma 6 check. Alahazra has a Charisma of d10 plus 4. Alright, we'll go ahead and try Charisma. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, we just get this card. And we'll use it right away. Discard this card to explore your location. Okay, so she gained a boon there. Okay, she gets this barrier. The third law. Display this card next to this scenario. While displayed, when a location is permanently closed before closing, roll a 1d6. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So it says, if the result exceeds the number of cards remaining in that location deck, a character at that location banishes a card, or each character buries a card, then banishes this card. Okay, interesting. And we gotta do like 2 checks for this location. We'll see how that plays out. Alright, the hand is fine. Advancing the Blessings deck. Exploring. Alright, we get a Trapped Locker. So this is Dexterity Disable 9, or Strength Melee 11. So it's a barrier. Alright, sweet. I got the Find Traps spell in my hand. Awesome. We're gonna go ahead and roll strength melee, because our strength melee is hard to tell. I mean, our dexterity is d4, our strength melee is d6. So we'll go with the d6 using Find Traps. Let me gather my dice here. I also have a Blessing of Pharasma. I want to make sure I do defeat this barrier, so I'm going to be able to roll 4d6. Let's see what happens. We need an 11. We get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, glad I rolled that extra d6. So for the Find Traps spell, it's a recharge is a divine 8. So Alahazra has a divine of plus d10 plus 7, so it's an auto recharge. Man, love that. Now for the Trapped Locker. If defeated, draw an armor from the box. Okay, we will go ahead and draw an armor from the box. Rolling a trusty d30 here. Alright, we rolled an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We get, that is the card that is in the Trapped Locker. And it was Crocodile Skin Armor. Okay, we get this boon. We'll keep it. We're resetting our hand. We're advancing the Blessings deck. We're exploring. We get a Shock Elemental. This is awesome here. Immune to electricity, mental, and poison traits. He does electricity damage. We're not playing a weapon. We're going to be using a Fireblade spell. So the Fireblade is d10 plus 2d4. Since it has fire and attack, we're adding a d8. So we're rolling 4 dice, and the Fireblade spell is a divine check. So it's divine. Alahazra's divine is d10 plus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is an auto defeat. Pretty cool. So Alahazra is able to handle that. And since this is divine 8 recharge, she's also automatically able to recharge that spell. Pretty cool. I'm liking it. Advancing the Blessings deck. Exploring. Alright, we get an Embalmer. Charisma 5. Well, Alahazra, her charisma is d10 plus 7. So that's an auto acquire. We will, interesting. We're going to hold on to him. We're going to reset our hand. We're going to toss that armor. And I think we're good. We're going to go ahead. We've reset the hand. We're advancing the Blessings deck. We're exploring. Alright, we get an Ice Elemental. Combat 12. Immune to cold and poison. he just does cold damage before you act to succeed at a Constitution or Fortitude 7 check. Alright. So, Constitution Fortitude 7, that's going to be tricky because Alahazra only has a Constitution of D6. And she doesn't have any shenanigans that she can use. So that's an auto fail. So she can only play one card on this check, which isn't a problem because she has the Fiery Glare spell. Fiery Glare is Divine, which is D10, plus 2D4, plus plus what we got. We're not going to use Fiery Glare. We'll save that. We're going to use instead the Immolate spell. Immolate spell is the same thing. D10 plus 2D4. It has Arcane and Fire, or Attack and Fire rather. So she gets to add a D8. So she's rolling 4 dice. She gets to add a total of 7. 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is almost an auto defeat. But so she rolled a 6, and a 6 is 12, and a 4. 12 and 4 is 16. And another 4, 20. She rolled a total of 27 for that check. Okay, Ice Elemental is banished. Immolate spell is automatically recharged. Pretty cool. We are resetting the hand. We are advancing the Blessings deck. We are exploring. Dun dun dun. Disciple of the Forgotten Pharaoh. Combat 22 check. So before you act, a character at your location summons and encounters the henchmen Forgotten Pharaoh cultists. Alright. So Forgotten Pharaoh cultists. Excuse me. So what we're going to need to do is dig them out of the scenario. Alright. Once again, should have done a little prep before this adventure. Let's see if I can find a Forgotten Pharaoh cultist. Not in that stack. Alright. Looking through this giant stack of henchmen. Looking for Forgotten Pharaoh cultists. Where are you? Forgotten Pharaoh cultists. So the first thing we need to do is find a Forgotten Pharaoh cultist. Dun dun dun. Where are you? Forgotten Pharaoh cultists. I'm pretty sure it's a man, there we go, finally. Okay, so that's the first thing we gotta do. We gotta fight these guys. Alright, it's a combat 10. So this is scenario 3, that means it's a plus 6. So we gotta do a 16, or we gotta do a 13 charisma diplomacy. Alright, what we're gonna do, we'll have a little fun with this. We're just going to do straight up Wand of Scorching Ray. Alright, it's going to be 46. 1, 2, 46. 1, 2, 3, 46. And it's going to be a D8. I don't know if that's going to be enough, honestly. Do we want to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need to get a total of a 16 on the combat check. So we're going to be able to just roll that. We don't get any buffs. I think the safer bet is going to be to do is the Clinging Venom. Clinging Venom is D10, and with the D10 Divine, we get a plus 7 on our check. So Divine plus a D8. It has Attack and Poison, so Alahazra is able to add an additional D8. I think that's the way to go. Alright. Rolling these 3 dice, adding 7. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 22. Sweet. So 22. So what we're going to do now is the Clinging Venom. That's an auto recharge because we're recharging that spell. We can't use that additional combat. We can't use the same result for this guy because this guy's been defeated. So we defeated that. Now we are going to defeat this guy, combat 22. So what we got for this guy is we'll kind of do the same thing. We're just going to use a Fiery Glare spell. So Divine, D10 plus 7 plus 2D4. And we're going to be using the Embalming Fluid. We can add plus 2 and the Poison trait. Okay, so for this roll, we're adding a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're adding 9 to this roll. Adding 9 to this roll, still going to be kind of chancy. So 9 and 7 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23. Wow. So that was a total of 10, 13, plus we had 9. So 13 and 9, yeah, that's 22. Alright, nice. There are the numbers. So, first thing we got to do is the embalming fluid. We got to make a craft or disable 7 check or bury the top card of our deck. So with the that's a tongue twister. So with the embalming fluid, we're just going to automatically bury that card, lose it. Fiery glare spell is an arcane or divine check to 10 check to recharge. So we have a +7 and a D10. So we recharge fiery glare. Just doing some bookkeeping here first. Then what we're going to do, it says, if defeated, you may immediately attempt to close the location this henchman came from. Alright, so now what we're going to do is with the Precinct of Left Eyes. Succeed at an Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma 6 check, then succeed at a different one of those checks. So with the Charisma check, that's an auto win, because we have D10 plus 7. Looking at this third law, it says, when a location is permanently closed before closing. Okay, so it's not right now, it's not permanently closed. So now we have to do is we need to do Intelligence or a Wisdom 6 check to close this location. Okay, so we're going to try it. Don't have any shenanigans in my hand. D8. We rolled a 3. Okay, so we did not close that location, unfortunately. So we have to continue exploring, resetting the hand, advancing the Blessings deck. Alright, we get this Fighting Crook. Strength melee 9. It's pretty cool. I mean, it looks very stylish and fashionable. It's only a strength 9. It's only a basic weapon though, which kind of sucks. Don't have any. I have a Blessing of Thoth, but I'm going to keep that because we're going to need it to close this location. So that means, unfortunately, we're not able to acquire that. It's an auto fail due to the D6 strength of Alahazra. Advancing the Blessings deck, we only got 2 cards left, but this is the last card in the location deck. Alright, Corrosive Dagger, Dexterity range 7. Well, Alahazra's Dexterity is a D4, so unfortunately that is an auto fail. And now, we're going to try to close this location. So, first thing we're going to do is we have to do the Charisma 6 check. That is an auto defeat, because we have Charisma's D10 plus 7. Now we're going to do a Wisdom check. And we have the Blessing of Thoth, which I'll discard this card to add 2 dice to any Wisdom non-combat check. Alright, so that means that we can roll a total of 3d8 for this Wisdom check. Alright, watch me roll 3 ones. Just kidding. Alright, so we needed a 6, so we rolled a 3, and a 3, and a 7. So, 13, we do succeed at that check. But this third law says, if the result exceeds the number of cards remaining in that location deck, a character at that location banishes a card, or each character buries a card. Okay, so no big deal. We will bury a card. We'll banish this location. This location is closed. We do have to see if we reset our hand to survive, and we do. We had more than enough cards remaining. Alright, very interesting location there. So what we're going to do now is we usually do a deck check at this time. The reward for this scenario is that now Alahazra gains the Sun Falcon Pectoral. So this is a really cool item. I like it a lot. But the problem is that Alahazra only has 2, count them, 2 item slots. And the items she has, the Embalming Fluid is 1. And the Scorching Ray. She has both of these items in her deck. So I don't really think she wants to lose either of those for the Sun Falcon Pectoral. She also gains this Sphinx Druid. So last adventure, I forgot to mention, we gained the Caustic Spell, or the Caustic Fog spell, but we chose not to keep it. It was just, I don't know, just didn't want it. So now we have the choice. We're not going to keep that. We can see, so this card, I mean, it's another ally. We could keep this ally, and we could get rid of one of these characters. I mean, I kind of like them, but we can get those anytime. That's really cool since we're on level 3 when we rebuild our deck. So for the deck check, I'll just decide to keep this character. That way, in the future, I'll have a level 3 loot to trade. That would be pretty cool. But this card, unfortunately, is going away. So that's kind of just a quick deck check update of what's going on with Alahazra's deck. So hopefully you enjoyed that scenario. It was a lot of fun. And I'll have the next scenario up shortly. Alright, thanks for watching.